Hey everybody, it's me, Edward Jones, back with a new video and another really old shotgun. This is a Model 11 by Remington. This one was produced in 1914 according to the unit number. These were the first American-made auto-loading shotguns. This is a Browning design. This is actually a licensed copy of the Belgian Browning Auto 5. Savage also made a copy of this shotgun. They had an aluminum receiver, and it was the Savage 720. And there were other models after that had the similar humpback design. But this gun I had a lot of fun shooting it. It has I believe it's a 27-inch barrel with a regular bead sight, as you can see up front. It's a 4+1, so 4 in the magazine tube, 1 in the chamber. It has a special safety called the suicide safety, which is just right here. Right now the safety's engaged. Now it's set to where I can fire it. Later models would put the safety as a cross bolt, because I figured there are too many accidents with people operating the safety with it being in front of the trigger like this. This gun is very interesting. It's it kind of is designed to beat itself up. So there's a shock buffer. There's supposed to be a shock buffer in the back of the receiver. I think it was made of rubber originally, but it had long disintegrated. So I made one for when I took it shooting. So this is a piece of leather, and I cut it in a shape that will allow it to fit in the back of the receiver. This is the same leather after 30 shells. So this is a hole. There's a big hole missing right there. What happens is there was a rivet in the back of the receiver to hold the shock absorber in place. Well, the bolt beat the mess out of this and basically ruined this. So what I did was I got some felt. Got some felt material. Got 2 pieces. Cut just like this and stitch them together. And I have it sitting in the back of the receiver. So I'm gonna take this out shooting on it again, just to see how well I was able to absorb all the recoil. Hopefully not beat the back of this receiver up, or rather beat up the back of the bolt. Also, this gun is notorious for cracking forearms. So what happened is when you take this gun apart, take the end cap off, you take the forearm off, the barrel band that goes around the magazine tube. There's nothing between the forearm and the barrel band, so you have steel contacting the wood. And this operates on the long recoil principle, which means the barrel actually reciprocates into the receiver along with the bolt. When it's getting ready to return to its original position, the barrel is moving faster than the bolt, so it moves back when you fire. The bolt shoots forward and ejects the spent shell, and then the bolt comes home with the new shell ready in the chamber. So what I did was I got some more felt. I made 2 of these rings and placed it between the barrel band and the wood portion of the forearm. At least the portion that would contact the barrel. It's not that ergonomic. I say that because, well, I don't shoot too many auto shotguns. I'm not sure, there's maybe the case with others, but with this one, in order to reload it, you have to push this button in. See, right now the carrier won't move. When I push the button in, then it'll move. So it means this gun has to be flipped upside down, and I have to hold this button down for me to reload it. But fortunately, reloading it isn't too difficult. The charging handle is pretty small, but I'm still able to cock it back with one hand. 2 3/4 inch chamber. I was shooting heavy target loads. These are rated for 1,200 feet per second, and I was later shooting the standard buckshot, the muzzle velocity of 1,325 feet per second. Overall, I like this gun. I've always said that I wanted my first auto shotgun to be a Remington Model 11, because for one, it's a nice classic design. It's a Browning design, and 2, the Browning A5 is just too nice. It's just too pretty looking. I like this one because it's a bit more utility graded. Now, the U.S. military did use these during World War II for aerial target practice. You may find some out there that says military finish and it's parkerized. It'll say military finish on the left side of the receiver. They'll have shorter barrels. So, many of them had cuts compensators on them. And as you guys know, I love riot guns. So that's what this thing is gonna. That's what That's the plan I have for this shotgun. I plan on, God willing, replace the furniture. Get a few new screws that are missing for the gun. Get a side saddle for some shotgun shells. I'll get a leather one, and get a shorter barrel. Now I don't want to cut this barrel down, so I'm gonna do my best to hunt for a replacement barrel on the internet. And if I find one, I have to decide whether I'm gonna cut it down to 18.5 or 20 inches, because these shotguns have the same threads as current 870s, 1187s, and 1100s, which means that I can actually put a modern magazine tube extension on this shotgun. I may have to get a steel spacer to take up some of the slack, but yeah, I can actually do that with this gun, which will depending on whether I get a 2-shot or a 3-shot extension, that'll determine how long the barrel, or how short the barrel will be. Turn this thing into a whippet gun, as Bonnie and Clyde used. But that's my video. I hope you guys enjoyed the shooting portion of the video, as well as the rundown of this shotgun. It is quite nice. It's heavy, but that's not a problem. It helps to tame the recoil. You guys got any tips or tricks for anybody who have ever owned one of these? I'd be happy to read your suggestions. Any gripes, complaints, send me a PM I see what I do to address them. And if you want to make a donation to the channel, just look for the Give Up That Cheese button on the homepage, and you can make a dollar amount of any amount to your liking, and it'll help with projects like this. But that's my video. It's my Remington Auto almost said Browning Auto 5. So my Remington Model 11, kind of like the ugly cousin of the Browning Automatic. I'm Edward Jones, and you guys take care.